it's on. There's reports coming from Sky, there's reports coming from Fabrizio Romano. There are actively talks going on right now for that man to be coming to Manchester and playing in a red shirt. He's been to Liverpool, he's been through City, he's been to Chelsea. He does not belong in a Manchester United shirt. It is simple as that. This is Forever United TV. What's happening with Jadon Sancho? What's happening with Raheem Sterling? Updates on Scott McTominay. Everything in your evening video, everybody. Welcome along. Please give the video a like. Let's get them likes rocketing upwards again, everyone. And please do also subscribe to the channel. I want 1,000 likes, guys. I've had technical issues. We've had a bit of a technical meltdown over the last hour. Nothing has worked right. We had other plans for the video and everything like that tonight, but we are back live because we have to talk about Raheem Sterling. We have to talk about what the hell is going on right now with this deal. I just cannot believe that this is actually on. And all of the reports, everything that's happening, everything that anyone is saying, it is actually real. It is. Hello to everyone in the chat. Thank you for joining us. I know I was a bit late with the upload. We've managed to get it up for 6:30. We're going to do a quick fire live show, just getting everyone's opinions in. And please do, guys, with the technology that we've got set up at the moment here, get your comments in after the live is finished as well. Have your conversations in the chat. I can see you all in the chat popping up right now. It's hard for me to reply, but I can see you're not happy with United being linked with Raheem Sterling. How much damage does this do to the window if we do actually bring in Raheem Sterling? How much damage does this do to Manchester United going forward? It really is. It really is just on the brink of, oh my God. We have actually got other news going in right now. It has just broke that Scott McTominay has signed for Napoli. Is that, here we go? It is, right. So we've got an update on Scott McTominay. It has gone in. Here we go. Scott McTominay to Napoli, all agreed and finalised. It has come up. Fabrizio Romano has said it. Fabrizio Romano has broke it out just over the last 5 minutes. I was going to go in on Raheem Sterling on this. We'll go back to it in a second, but just to confirm, if you are just joining us right now, Scott McTominay to Napoli. Here we go. All agreed. Clubs, and I'll just read it out now for you. McTominay to Napoli. Here we go. Fabrizio Romano has broke this news. I'm just going to get this up in detail right now. Okay, Scott McTominay to Napoli. Here we go. Deal in place, €30 million package plus sell-on clause. United have authorised Scott to travel to medical tests and contract signing. Both Lukaku and McTominay are set to travel for medical as Napoli players. That is official from Fabrizio Romano himself, everybody. Scott McTominay has gone. He is no longer a red. He is in the sky blue of Napoli. A player that was in the sky blue of City could be coming to the red of Manchester United. That is Raheem Sterling. That is our headline that we were going with. Thankfully, Scott McTominay has come in and calmed me down a little bit because right now I'm still coming to terms with the fact that Dan Ashworth is actively looking to open talks with Chelsea about bringing Raheem Sterling to Manchester United. It is absolutely ridiculous that this news is happening. Yes, we've got a ghost. Honestly, we've got a ghost. He's just opened the door himself. But yeah, with McTominay aside and the positivity of that and everything going forward, you can't ignore what's happened this afternoon with Raheem Sterling. Really, you can't. It's got to a stage now where we're at. Everything has gone through as we wanted it to. And do you know what? I just feel like, and I'm trying to convince myself the positives out of the Sterling thing is that this is Dan Ashworth trying to play transfer merry-go-round. This is Dan Ashworth trying to force Juventus into moving on Jadon Sancho, because obviously, and what we're hearing is that Jadon Sancho and Raheem Sterling are separate deals. Jadon Sancho and Raheem Sterling are not combined with Manchester United's negotiations. So someone at Manchester United wants Raheem Sterling, and I just don't get it. I don't know who at the club wants him. I would love to know who wants Raheem Sterling. I mean, I have picked my brain as to why we would want Raheem Sterling in. I don't want him to get in front of any of the players that are in that front line right now. I don't want him to disrupt the progress of Ahmad or Garnacho. He's not going to be swapped in for Marcus Rashford. Bruno stays where he is in the 10. He's got Xerxes and Rasmus as number 9s. Antonev, this is a player that he said could work well at the football club. If Raheem Sterling's in, then what are we doing with Antony? No, I'm sorry. You can't get rid of Jadon Sancho and then bring in Raheem Sterling. That just does not work on any level whatsoever for this football club and needs to be put to bed. But again, I'm just happy that Scott McTominay's news has broken. Manchester United have moved forward with that. And it is everything that we said yesterday, that deal is done and finalised. So United do have that extra money in the pot. United do have that money to spend, which is probably gone a bit towards Manuel Ugarte. And then that mystery signing possibly that Romano was hinting about earlier on today could come into United. I really don't hope that mystery signing and that extra player coming in is Raheem Sterling. I really don't. I just could not handle seeing... I don't want to take anything away from the player, but as a United fan personally, I'm quite uncomfortable with Raheem Sterling being a Manchester United player, having played for Liverpool and Manchester City. And that's not, we can't even take Chelsea serious these days in terms of a rival at the club, but a player that's been at City and Manchester United, come on. But for this really now to happen, it just shows how desperate Manchester United must be. To have this idea in their heads of getting rid of Jadon Sancho and bringing Sterling in, how desperate must you be to finalise this and get it over the line? I don't know where we're going with it. I don't know why we're even thinking about it. And I don't see where he fits in. I mean, guys, you tell me, you get your comments in at the bottom when this video finishes. Go into depth because the live chat is flying up right now and we can't get them comments in, sadly, because I'm using different devices. But yeah, really, right now, Sterling to Manchester United is on. Damashef has reported it. Romano has. Cave has from Sky as well. I want to know what you guys think. But this deal for Raheem Sterling to United, loan with obligation and a permanent deal, as in purchase, are being discussed for Sterling to United. Let that sink in and try and get your head around it. I can't. I can only think that Ashworth has got something up his sleeve. And this is all applied to try and move Juventus into action in trying to get this deal done. Let's just see some of your comments. Richie says Sterling will get a contract paid off by Chelsea. Yep, I see that one. Max says Chelsea fan Radcliffe Mount gave him 7 and now Sterling. I just can't understand the move for Sterling. What is he going to offer? This is the worst deal ever, Adam, to be honest. Look, the deal hasn't happened, and we just need to stay probably calm with it. I think the thought of it is upsetting United fans, but we do just need to stay calm that this hasn't happened yet. So Juventus are pushing and pushing hard. They now want to move this deal forward for Jadon Sancho and move it forward even before they sold Chiesa. So they realise what's going on right now. If United are dealing with Chelsea, then there's a possibility that Sancho could go the other way because that is being discussed alongside the Sterling deal. And Juventus, as we know, desperately want Jadon Sancho. The options that are on the table at the moment and where we're actually at is Juventus are trying to take the piss out of Manchester United. We'll say that because they want to take Jadon Sancho. They don't want to pay all of his wages and they want an option to buy. Translate that, it's Jadon Sancho comes in, not at full price and not paying his full wages. He helps them get into the Champions League next season or challenge for the title. And then when they've got all that money in the summer through being in the Champions League, they say, nah, you're all right, United. We're not going to take that option up. We're going to move forward and use the money that they've got to spend it on someone better. That's what will happen, and United know that will happen. So United have come back, and Ashworth is back in on it and saying, look, Jadon Sancho leaves if you pay his wages. Jadon Sancho leaves also alongside that is if you have an obligation to buy at the end of the loan period. And they want a loan fee up front as well, Manchester United. So really, you're looking at the situation and going, if Juventus are really keen on taking Jadon Sancho, they're going to have to make the next move now, I feel. I think they're the ones being pushed into the corner. And I think that Manchester United really are going to try and take advantage of this Chelsea situation to use it to their own benefit, really, right now. And I would be absolutely buzzing if that was the case. I still get that shiver down my spine, though, the feeling of actually having Raheem Sterling in Manchester United's squad. I just don't think that's going to go down well. That's like taking Michael Owen again, isn't it? That's going back to them days. And he's not even going to be a starter. So why would we be wasting all that money on him? His wages are more than Jadon Sancho. You're getting rid of one headache and bringing in another. It makes no sense on any scale whatsoever. He's too old. He doesn't fit the profile that Ineos want. They've got to be using Sterling to try and force a move through for Sancho to Juventus and move away from Sterling. I just like Dan Ashworth can be talking, and do you know what? When you look at it at first glance, you start to panic. You start to go, "What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on?" And then you start to dissect it. I'm just talking to you guys tonight. I'm thinking and convincing myself that there's something more to this. There has to be more to it, because it doesn't fit anything that Ineos have stood for in this whole window. Why, unless you really desperately needed to get rid of Jadon Sancho, would you go separately on a separate deal to get Raheem Sterling in? Like, if you're swapping both players, and Chelsea are giving us a bit of money maybe because Sterling's at the end of his career near enough, and Sancho has still got years to go. If you're doing that, then you'd want money off Chelsea as well, and you can probably reinvest it. And Sterling gives you a little bit of squad depth and a bit of experience. Like, he's won a lot. He's won a lot more than what all of these United players have. But still, at the end of his career, this is what United used to do. United used to do deals like this. And you know what? If Murto and Arnold were in situ right now, they probably would be all over this, which is why I think there's something extra to it. There has to be a different sort of angle on this one. If you are just joining us now, sorry we was late with the upload, do apologise. But Scott McTominay has been confirmed. Here we go by Romano as well tonight. We're talking about Sterling and the possibility of him coming to Manchester United. And we're trying to get our heads around how that might happen, why it might happen. And I'd probably say why it won't happen. I'm going to go along them lines. I just don't see it. Please give the video a like, guys. Let's get them likes up. And let's get as many as we can in the room. Obviously, make sure you've subscribed as well if you're tuning in for the first time. Content on the go, even when we have technical issues like we've had tonight and we're a bit late with everything, we're still bringing you the content and getting your opinions on absolutely everything that's going on with Manchester United. So thank you for coming along, guys. Make sure you like and share and hit the subscribe button. But yeah, Sancho definitely looks, and Ornstein came out and said it earlier on today as well, he will be gone. He will be gone by the end of this window, whether it's on loan, whether it's on permanent, whether it's obligation, whether it's desperately in an option. I think United are only looking at Sterling simply because this would include Sancho definitely being gone. Would Sterling take a massive pay cut at Manchester United? Would he be happy to stay there for a couple of years? Because we ain't going to give him a big contract if he does stay. And personally, yeah, I said it last night, Sterling is all keen on going to United. He used to be a United fan. Well, I don't care. You played for City, you played for Liverpool. So the fans are really not going to take to him. So when you look at it and you say, Sancho out, yes. Sterling in, desperate, last ditch, really, only because we can't get the right deal out of Juventus. And that's what I mean when I say, when you look at it now, it all goes back to what I said about what the Athletic were reporting and Manchester United's stance on this. And the stance is that we are only going to do a deal for Sancho if it's beneficial to us. And if Sancho goes and Sterling comes in, is that beneficial to Ineos? No, Ten Hag might like Sterling. I don't think he would go out of his way to get him, personally. I don't see it. I don't think this would be a Ten Hag signing if it happened. I think this would be Ineos pushing Sterling onto Ten Hag, and Ten Hag just saying, look, yeah, we can use this player. It's not too bad, but nah. I more think that this, like I said at the start, is Ineos doing what they're doing to get a deal out of Juventus and push Sancho out of the door. That's the only way I see anything like this happening. And yeah, that really is the only way. I just feel really uncomfortable talking about Sterling coming in, and I don't. It's not going to undo all of the good work in the transfer window that we've done this summer. I think that's a bit extreme, even coming from me, but it would sort of put a little bit of a dampener on it, wouldn't it? Like, it would just give you that little reminder, like, oh, that just looks like the old days again. I had the old days again about what Murto and Arnold used to be like, and the desperate United were. And having our pants taken down by Chelsea again. Like, no, please no, don't let that happen. But I have got that hope inside, like I said, that Dan Ashworth is definitely holding out for a better deal from Juve, and that's the angle he's pushing on this one with Sterling. It doesn't work in any way. In any way whatsoever, it does not work. So let's just leave it. Let's just let it lie. And let's concentrate on the positive news. Let Ashworth do his thing. Let him cook again. And let United negotiate their way through this deal and get the best out of it for the club. Because I do believe that they will in the end of it. And I'd be surprised if they don't. But McTominay, here we go, is the bigger news tonight. And that is what is happening. Scott McTominay, all agreed. Deal in place with Napoli. Contracts ready to be signed. Medicals tomorrow. Flying out tomorrow alongside Romelu Lukaku, his old teammate, I might add, as well. He is going to be a Napoli player this time tomorrow, it would seem. And yeah, well done to Scott. Well done to United for getting this done. And we are getting close to being business done right now. Everything is moving. Announcement on Agate tomorrow from United is what's expected. That's all gone through. It's been a very, very crazy day. It has. It has. I had a whole different video set up for tonight, and obviously technology let me down, and I've had to do a quick fire live show. But yes, I'm pretty much going over what was saying in that video. On top with Scott McTominay leaving the club officially now with a proper here we go. How many here we goes can we get in one day? To break it all down, Scott, here we go. Hannibal, here we go. Fees agreed, fees announced. Medicals done and underway. Agate, the other way, here we go. Very, very busy day. We've got one more big one to go, and that's Jadon Sancho. Is it going to end up bringing Raheem Sterling the other way? You guys let me know. Give me your pluses and your negatives for Sterling coming in. Let's balance it out a little bit. I know he brings some quality to the table, but does this fit in what we've been doing before? Guys, I'm going to leave it there. We have got table reservations. We are on our little break as well. I did have a whole different evening planned in terms of the content, and we're just having to do a quick fire live right now to get the content out there, get your thoughts on this Sterling situation. But yeah, McTominay's gone, Sterling in, Sancho out soon. That's pretty much your update, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please give the video a like. Please do subscribe to Forever United TV. And I will see you bright and early tomorrow at 8 o'clock with your updates. There's going to be loads of news coming out tonight. You can just feel it coming. But thank you, everybody. I will see you in the morning.